Hey there, folks. Meteorologist Matt Barentine. Okay, make sure all my levels are up here. Keeping an eye on some rain that's going to be coming in here soon enough. I think tonight we should be okay. So if you got some things to run around and do, I don't think we have a whole lot of rain out there here at the moment, just a little bit here and there. So anything that happens tonight will be very, very light. So no real worries here this evening. Does show, trying to show a little shower here on the radar right now. I don't think a lot of that's reaching the ground, but could be getting a couple little spritzes or sprinkles. We could see a little bit more of that tonight. But once again, we're not looking at anything major here for this evening. Now, things will change as we go into tomorrow. We're going to have higher rain chances coming up for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We're going to have real high rain chances all those days. Oops, need to kind of get that switched up there. Okay. Sorry, I had it backwards. That's tomorrow. So tomorrow there's going to be a severe weather risk zone, and it stretches back into the Texas Gulf Coast over into our area. It is that level 1 marginal risk. Marginal isn't a big deal. You know, it's one of those things where we have to keep an eye on things, but we do not anticipate widespread severe weather. We just don't have enough instability out there. The Storm Prediction Center just saying, hey, we're going to watch a couple of these storms, see if they get rowdy. But for the most part, level 1 days generally aren't too bad, but we'll have to keep an eye on things. Thursday, so that was Wednesday. Now we're looking at Thursday, level 1 basically for our area once again. So more storms expected on Thursday. So here's what that looks like. Let's go ahead and get the model up. I'm going to go ahead and go full screen so you can get a good close look at this. All right, so this is what you're going to want to pay attention to. Tonight, no big deal. Like I said, just a few showers here and there. Tomorrow morning, some showers could be around as you head off to work and get the kids to school. Shouldn't be a big deal at that point. Lunchtime, we're still doing okay. Might have a few scattered showers, but by the early afternoon, that line of storms moving in. These are where the strong storms could be. I think we'll see, you know, here along that leading edge, right there along that leading edge. Probably going to see 50, maybe 60 mile per hour winds. Of course, those will be thunderstorms. So we'll be keeping an eye on that for you. That's the leading edge. That's right there at 4 in the afternoon tomorrow. Put this into motion. Go to 6 on Wednesday here for tomorrow. And you can see right across our area, pretty good thunderstorms. As we go to 8 o'clock, still dealing with thunderstorms across the area. Same deal around 10, 11 o'clock. As we get up Thursday morning, so now we're into Thursday. That's Thursday morning. And another round of storms. So we went through the day on Wednesday, and in late afternoon, a number of showers and thunderstorms going into the early evening. Now we get into Thursday. We start out the morning with some rain and storms. There's 10 a.m. sort of scattered about. As we go to 2 o'clock, now another line. So another line coming through. So we had one go through on Wednesday afternoon. Now we're going to have another one coming through on Thursday afternoon, another line there of storms. And that's where we can get those, once again, on the leading edge, 50, 60 mile per hour winds. And that'll continue into Thursday evening. And then we'll likely see even more. Let me see if I have it up here. That's a medium range model. I have to go to a long range model to get us into Friday and the weekend. Here we go. There's Friday morning. Another round of rain in the area. Let's see if I can't get this to go into motion here. All right, sorry. Things are a little jammed up. All right, so 2 o'clock on Friday still shows some rain around. That's 6 o'clock. 6:30 is when the Condé Cavaliers are all first parade in Mobile. We're going to have to watch out for some scattered rain at that time. 8 a.m. Saturday, another round of storms moving on through. So it's going to be, the next 4 days are likely to be pretty active. How much rain are we talking about? Well, I'm going to look at I'll look at this several different ways. First, we're going to look at a couple of the models. This is the European model. Got a run through Saturday. And this model is showing a lot of rain in coastal areas, 5, 6 inches possibly, and then a little bit less as you head inland, dropping down to about 1.5 inches for inland areas. So pretty widespread here across the area from, 5, 6 inches of rain that would cause issues, particularly on the roadways, and then a little bit lighter rain as you move on inland. All right, that's one model. This is the GFS, or the American model. And these two models have been doing the same thing the last couple of days. The European model has been giving a wider spread and been giving a lot more rain in coastal areas. The GFS, or the American model, it's been more sort of consistent around the entire area. This one's getting anywhere between 2 and maybe about 3.5 inches sort of area wide. So it doesn't have nearly as much of a spread as the other model we were just looking at. So it gives anywhere from about 2 to 3.5 inches. All right, so what does the Weather Prediction Center say? This is where the forecasters get together and they put together all the numbers and they come up with this map for the next 7 days. And what we're looking at here in our areas, they basically got us painted in with about 3 to 4 inches of rain, which I think, looking at all the different models, that's probably a pretty safe bet. And you think about this, we're talking about 4 days with multiple systems running through. So, it's not like we're going to get 3 or 4 inches of rain in, 2 hours. This is going to be spread out over 4 days. But there'll be a number of times we're getting some pretty good rain, some heavier rain, and then that should add up to around 3 to 4 inches. So I think that's a pretty safe bet there with these numbers as we look ahead into this upcoming week. All right, so here's the forecast for the next 3 days. So it takes us to the end of the week. Look at the temperatures. I think that's one big thing. I know we don't want to deal with this much rain and storms around, but the temperatures are actually going to be pretty good. Low 70s for highs, only around 60 for the lows. So that's quite a change from what we had seen last week. Complete 180. But obviously we're dealing with a lot of rain on the flip side of that. I wanted to show you this as well. We got the Conde Cavaliers, the first Mobile parade. Obviously, you've had the 2 Dauphin Island parades the last 2 weekends. Here's the Condes. They're going to roll Friday night. Yeah, I know. Well, fingers crossed. Hopefully, the rain will move out a little bit early. Maybe we can get that in. Thing about the parades are we just need a window. We don't, if it rains or before the thing starts, oh well. It rains after, who cares? We got to get that, about 2 to 3 hour window in there from about, of course, the parade actually rolls at 6:30, but people need to get down there earlier than that, so you need a window for about 6 to 9, really, to get the parade in, and that's what we can hope for, but there will be some showers and storms scattered about there for it, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. So we have that parade. Of course, Saturday, we have multiple parades on Saturday, and obviously we got a good chance of rain on Saturday. And we have some parades in the afternoon, some parades in the evening, so somebody's going to have to deal with it. I don't know if it's going to be the early ones. Probably it's more likely to be the early ones. This is what it's looking like from the modeling so far. It all clears out for Sunday. Sunday would cool off a little bit, but it won't be like an Arctic blast, but we'll get kind of back to normal after being rather warm through the end of the week and going into Saturday as well. So that's how it looks there on that for the next 7 days. So obviously, it's going to be pretty warm. No frozen type precipitation out there. Once again, I'm going to run that. Here's another high resolution short range model. I think I'll go ahead and run for you real quick, so you can see that as well. See if this one's got anything different on it as far as timing is concerned. So we'll pop this one up. This is our high resolution. It's a 36-hour model, so it only goes out 36 hours. But that'll get us tomorrow at least. So tonight, it does show some showers around tonight. The other model wasn't really showing much of. So we'll see if some of these showers do develop a little bit later on. As we go into Wednesday morning, very similar, pretty quiet, with just a few little scattered showers around. 10 o'clock, still pretty quiet there. As we go to 2, here we go. Here's that line. So actually, this is showing very similar setup to what the other model I showed a little earlier did, with this line coming through 5, 6 o'clock in the evening. Once again, the front edge of that line is where we'd see the strongest winds. That'll continue on into the evening hours. You can see a good bit of rain around. Let's see, how much farther will this go? Not much farther. 10 o'clock here tomorrow, you can see some rain scattered about. Let's see, I'll go ahead and run it towards the end. All right, that's as far out as this model goes. It goes to 8 a.m. Thursday, and shows that other line that we'll be watching on Thursday over here at that point. So, so this is a sort of an extended short-range model. So we have multiple models we can look at And I would say that this one and the other, it's called the IBM model, that was, it's a 2.5 day model. This is a 1.5 day model. The IBM that I showed you a little earlier is 2.5 day model. That's how far it goes out. Showed very similar things. So it showed heavy showers and storms in the afternoon tomorrow, and then going into the evening. And then Thursday, it looks like we'll have to wait till later in the day again to get the heavier round of showers and thunderstorms. So it looks like afternoon. Now, that said, their models have been showing some scattered showers around in the morning, but the heavier stuff in the afternoons for both Wednesday and Thursday is what it looks like. Lighter scattered showers. I mean, there's still some scattered showers, maybe even a couple rumbles of thunder here on Thursday morning, but the heavier line won't come through till the afternoon. So some scattered stuff early in the day, Wednesday and Thursday, lines of stronger thunderstorms in the afternoons. Once again, we are marked up for a level 1 of 5. There's 5 levels, and we're talking about the lowest level, level 1 of 5, for us on both Wednesday and Thursday for our viewing areas. So I'm trying to get back down to it, and this computer's froze up. So anyway, just be aware that there is going to be a possibility of some stronger storms. It will not be a widespread sort of issue, not looking at anything like that, but there could be some stronger storms mixed in to those, especially the lines. When those lines come through in the afternoons with Wednesday and Thursday, the leading edge will have 50, 60 mile per hour winds. That's where we're likely to see our strongest weather with these systems as they work on through. See if it allowed me to pop it up. I think it did. All right. Once again, that's the severe outlook for tomorrow, for your Wednesday. You can see it stretches it stretches farther back than what I'm showing on here, all the way back to Corpus Christi. So this is a very broad. When you see it this wide too, generally what this means, because this is a 24-hour forecast when they do these things the day out ahead, this goes from 7 in the morning tomorrow to 7 in the morning on Thursday. That means that in the morning, this is the area, because the systems move from west to east. So in the mornings, this is the area that will have the possibilities of severe weather. For us, since we're almost on the edge of this, we're going to be later in the day. Now, I'll show you Thursday. We're right dead smack in the middle. Not as much severe weather, or stronger storms, I should say, is anticipated on Thursday. You can see the area is much, much smaller, and we're right there in the middle of it because we do expect a line of storms in the afternoon. Once again, that is level 1 of 5. Level 1, just kind of like keeping an eye on things. That's the way I like to put it. It is not level 1s are never any real cause for any serious concern. It's just like, hey, pay attention. And of course, we'll be paying attention. We'll let you know if anything happens. Download the app on our phone. It'll send you notifications if anything's coming your way. And of course, if you're away from your TV or your power goes out, you can pull us up on your phone as well and watch live. So it's all to the good to keep you informed when systems are coming through. I don't expect anything major next couple of days, don't get me wrong. But just be aware that there will be some stronger storms and certainly some heavy rain. If there's going to be any real issues, it's probably going to be driving around. When you get these heavy showers and the roads fill up pretty quickly, that's when we can have issues, especially out on the road. So be careful driving around. And that's probably going to be the number one issue here with all of this. Once again, rain chances staying extremely high next several days, Wednesday through Saturday. Make sure you are prepared for that. Make sure you walk out the door with your rain gear. If your kids have practices, things like that, keep an eye on your Remind app and all that good stuff where the coach is letting you know whether or not you're going to be out there in the practicing, how it goes. That's how it looks next several days. Have yourself a great one. We will be back here for you on Fox 2 News at 3, 4, and 5 this evening. Come check us out. Take care.